Love it. Yeah, of course it's nice, bro. Here you go. That's what you get. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, Dimir Control. I know you've been waiting for it, and yes, you will see Ugin, Eye of the Storms, in some of the games, and also we have a ton of new cards that make Dimir way better than it was before, especially the counterspell for this 2 mana, like the Dispelling Exhale, is insane, because so far, Azorius always had the better 2 mana counterspell, no more lies. Right now, this can force your opponent to pay 4, and we have enough dragons to behold the dragon, and both regents are actually really strong so far, and this also gives Dimir some staying power, because this can be a great blocker that also cannot really be targeted very easy, especially in top deck situation against the aggro deck, while this Marang always makes sure that you get the sweet card advantage. And we also have the hidden tech of Roiling Dragonstorm. This is the card you might not be familiar with. You basically play this, you draw 2 cards, discard a card, so it's basically 2 card investment for 2 card draw, so it's like only quality. However, when the dragon enters, you get this into your hand, and then it becomes free value. And because we have 7 dragons, we can actually keep bouncing it pretty nicely. So that's the idea. You will see it in action, and I'll tell you, it went pretty well. So I hope you will like it. And before we start, huge thank you to our absolute legend for today, Garrett Lubov, my friend. What can I say? You got Dimir Control. Doesn't get better than this. Thank you for your support, and I hope you will like it. This deck is for you. And with that being said, let's go into Mythic Ladder. Oh boy, what a draw. You know what? Our early game is absolutely supreme, and we have nothing after it. Alright, show me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, this is... Some aggro players play this. Listen, when I see it's a control deck, they will get their hello, but so far it doesn't feel like it, you know? Go away. Stop with this voice, bro. Like, I have seen so much of this card already, but I like it, man. This is the type of aggro card that is forcing removal to not be effective against aggro decks, and I think this is great. Alright, what do you do? Vigilance, 0... Oh, this is so funny. Sure. I think we Anoint this. I mean, this is a good card. This is a very cool card, honestly. It's basically a 3 mana, 3 something. Yep, here we go with the mana screw. Let's see our opponent not get mana screwed. The classic. Alright, this is a nice exhale target. A lot of cats. So basically you need to remove every single creature. Oh my god, can you, bro, can you like chill with those hands? How do you work? I never read this card because it's kinda rare. Another creature enters counter as long as 3 or more. It does nothing. Alright, we probably counter it because it's so annoying. Go away. No dragons here. Only counter spells. Alright. I could virtue this. This is a pretty decent target. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. Am I super happy about getting double mana screwed with 1 Ugin in my hand? Well, you can guess the answer. Alright, I think the pump is for 1 turn only. So this is not too much damage, even though it looks scary. I think we can tank it until Ugin or until Sweeper. Listen, at least I know exactly what I will evidence. This freaking voice of victory. And the art is also annoying. Just everything about this card. It's like new Talia in a way. I think we just keep tanking this 2 damage until they play something relevant. I can always sweep this. Right, alright. The whole game plan is trying to draw 3 lands. So let's go, let's go. I really don't want to trade, you know, so many... Oh my god, this is... Yep, yep. I think that means we have to sweep. And we need to be good at magic and draw a land on the next turn. Alright. This has to attack, right? This creature attacks, sure. 4. We can tank it for a moment. So if I don't hit the 5th land, I can just play removal on the next turn. It will be a fast land, right? Okay, this will be... Bro, I literally draw the same amount of exhales as lands, like in this deck. I don't know how it's possible with 25 against 4. But it keeps happening, like, every game. So let's go for this. They don't have protection spells from what I've seen. Alright, annoying, not gonna lie. This doesn't do anything, right? Alright, our opponent is super proud of drawing this card. Let's see. Whenever another creature you control enters... oh, they think they have this card. Sure, bro. So I need to start removing stuff because I cannot hit my 5th land. Our opponent is at 7 life, 7 lands as an aggro. He's super excited about drawing cards from the top and playing them like a true Mythic champion. And this has haste? No. So we don't need to kill it. We can wait one more turn. I really don't want to keep wasting those cards, because it sucks for us. Then I will die to the top decks. This is such a lame choice, man. Listen, I'm losing this game. If I cannot curve up to 5 in like 7 or 8 turns, I guess I'm just not good at the game. Yet 4 exhales, and 4 lands. I mean, this is the balance. Thank you, Shuffler, for this amazing statistical game that definitely should happen. Just to point out, our aggro friend is at 7. Bro, you don't have other deck, let's be honest, you play only this, that's why you are Mythic. So what can we do here? We definitely have to kill this guy, which sucks. So now we have Sweeper and we cannot play it. Honestly, Dragon would be way better, so we have like the worst combination of lands, Sweepers and Removal right now. Oh my god. I will lose to this. I will actually lose to this. Our opponent is... oh my god. This is crazy to me, because if you play aggro, you kinda admit that you don't really play the game. And it seems that aggro players are so extremely proud of winning games with red decks, it feels that they don't realize that the game plays itself. It's not like the different player would not play the card from the top, you know? So right now we need to make this play, because we are so bad at drawing cards. Alright. This is an interesting choice. We finally got to actually play the game. It took forever. We can submit 6, and this is important choice. Guys, we have a choice in this game. So, what are the main ones? Heroic Reinforcements is close to lethal. I don't think we care about the Helping Hand, even though it's super annoying. This is okay, but I think this is just simply better. This has instant speed, so that's a bit of a problem, and they might play less of this than this. So this is probably safer choice, but I will go with this one. I'm not sure, I think they might be playing 2. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's see the whole deck. Spell, when this creature enters, draw a card. Sure. I mean, I can still appreciate, you know, new kind of deck, so that's kinda okay. Alright, Boros Charm, so that's literally close to lethal from the top. And they also play the case because they are scared of aggro as an aggro deck. That really tells the story. Oh, this is the controlled version of an aggro deck. Alright, I can respect drawing a land from the top, like a real champion. I think we go with this, right? This way we are a little bit safer, and we also can behold the dragon. I think we have to... my whole gameplay is trying to get 7 mana, like that's it. I will kill it because it's super annoying. Let's behold the dragon. See, if I use this removal, I would actually die to this. Alright, 1 land, 1 more and we win the game. Alright, I cannot attack. Once we play Ugin, we start life gaining and we win the game. Alright, this is not super scary. We don't play the removal, because if we hit a land, we play Ugin and we exile it. So if we use this, we are kinda wasting value. Alright, this is okay. Honestly, I think with this draw we won. You can see that basically the whole gameplay was me trying to draw lands. Oh, Helping Hand from the top. I see how it is. Okay, so... you know what? I will unmute, because I want to see the emotes when he loses. I'm sorry, I think they deserve it. Creatures you control with power 2 or less cannot be blocked, and ability triggers. So this will be a 3/3. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Let's see what they will do. Come on, it's so fun to give them hope and then take it back. And show that they still cannot attack anyway. Yep, that's what I thought. Let's pay 1. No. We need to basically brag about our dragon, alright? So we still behold the dragon. Here we go, here's the dragon, do you see it? This is kinda mean. Love it, love it. Yeah, of course it's nice, bro. Here you go. That's what you get. Yeah. All we needed. By the way, this would happen like 4 turns ago if we drew better. So here we go with Ugin, and this is why Ugin is in the deck, because this is the only source of life gain. Oh, I hate myself for this, but you know, if someone says good game, I will try to answer. Let's see this one. Let's see what we get first. 3 lands from the top. Man, I would be devastated if I didn't play Ugin here. Let's draw a card and life gain. Sounds like fun. Can I Virtue? I can Virtue. I don't think they can kill us with 1 turn, so let's start killing them with their own cards. I'm really happy we exiled this one. If they drew it, that could be like such a problem. I think we're at 5 life, man. Large Tater. Alright. So what is the card we want? I will go with this guy. No, let's go for this. This way they cannot flash anything. Here you go, that's how we do it. I have 11, I don't care. I'm just here drawing cards and life gaining like a true champion of Magic. I mean, yeah? Bro, we know. Chill. Let's go with Jace. Let's start stacking some loyalty. And now we are in the stage of the game where we are the master. Alright, that was so cringe. Love it. We will wait 1 more turn so we can stack more creatures. We will keep this for a sweeper that inevitably will have to... Bro, if you GG every single round, I think you really need to leave the game at some point. See? This is why we took Voice of Victor. Bro, I'm playing this guy like a fiddle. The only problem of this game was drawing clowns. Probably the usual combo, but that means we can maybe cycle some cards, so I kinda like this. Yeah, let's go like this. This should be helpful. Alright, it's probably Omniscience. Usually whenever you see these colors, or those colors, it's only one deck, because you either play Mono-Red or this. So if you see this, that means not Mono-Red. Oh man, so... I really like Jace here, to be honest. They cannot really counterplay it. Guys, I honestly think we take turn off here. And because they cannot kill Jace, we can... they really want to hit Omniscience, but they already have it. I will try to draw cards, because we have a ton of counter spells in the deck, and basically those counter spells are like hard counter spells. We would already get mana screwed, so that was absolutely a good choice. We need to get into 4 mana. When we cast this dragon, everything will be fixed. Until then, we are in trouble. And I think we'll probably miss a land drop. Oh my man. My whole life flashed in front of my eyes. Alright, this is the best draw of this game. Alright, now we can get rid of this. Why not -3 instead of 0? We do not have creatures, so we don't give them any good targets. This card is the lifeline that keeps us in this game. Bro. Moment of truth. That's true. I wonder if they will go for Awakening. They already have Omniscience, they scryed quite a lot, and Surveilled, and Selected, so there's high chance they have Awakening on turn 4. However, against blue mana, they probably don't love to cast it. Whatever. They will. They absolutely will. Let's go. You know what to do. We do not behold the dragon. They are not worthy of seeing our cool new dragons. Do I kill stuff? I can cycle a lot of cards. I don't want to. This literally doesn't matter. Well, that was a bad draw. If they have more, they will literally hardcast it. Oh, I will take the risk. It's not amazing that we missed the land here. It's really hard to carve out, man. I nearly drew more exhales than lands. And I played through 4 of those. And 25 or 6 of those, so it should not happen generally. You know what? I think I kinda messed it. I should have cast this in response, because now they can Confounding Riddle, And that's a huge downside. Yeah, I think I messed it up. That was a big mistake. But, you know, I still think it's worth it. Also, counterspells can be useful for them late game. Okay, see? Moment we hit this dragon, we won. That's the game. If you have like 2-3 counterspells against this deck, they cannot do anything. Like, that's kind of the point, right? Because everyone is like saying, oh, Omniscience is, you know, irritating to play against, stuff like this, and that's true. But the question is, would Omniscience even exist if Mono-Red was not taxing like 25 of your slots in the deck just to survive? Because it's very easy to counter this deck, bro. You play 4 flankers and this deck sucks. So I think if not Mono-Red, this deck wouldn't even be a problem, honestly. So how do we deal with this? I don't think they have anything for Jace, but when they're close, they are milling like crazy, so I think we'll wait one more turn. And that means that we can start doing 3 cards. We will get another Jace and we'll just try to mill them. We have 4 counterspells of those, so 3 more in the deck, or 2 more in the deck, and I think 2 more of those. When we hit them, our opponent will just not be able to play the game. Shuffle! So they want to go for the Awakening, right? Huh, that's an interesting one, but there's no point in countering it. And we won't kill it. It will get exiled. So I think they will shuffle Awakening in the deck. And not sure if... probably like 2 more Moment of Truths or Confounding... yeah, Confounding Riddle, Awakening and Moment of Truth. I think those are the 3 cards. I think this is the right decision to shuffle. Oh boy, I really think we will... What? Come on. No way they went for it. So this is interesting, that really shows you how they play. Shuffling is long-term decision, trying to basically outvalue our counterspells in the deck. This is like short-term, trying to hit another Awakening so they can play it. Alright. Oh, the message has been sent. They want to bounce it. Alright. I could just kill it, right? Then we deny the value. And they cannot awaken on this turn. Do I behold the dragon? Of course we'll behold the dragon. This is good play. We deny them quite a lot of value this way. I probably should have done it before. I probably was too, you know, too taxed talking about my cool strategies to even notice what is going on the battlefield. This suggests they might have another one? Dispersal? They probably should play it then. I'm keeping Anoint for Oracle, because this is like the main annoying card. By the way, we can just deadly cover up and win the game. Right? Because they won't have Omniscience. So moment they tap... Alright, alright. Whiff? Yeah, as you can see, you can literally butcher this deck so easily that it's not even close. And our deck is not like sideboarded against them, we just kill it by the way, you know? We actually have so many answers, like one deadly cover-up ends the game, and all of our counterspells are something they cannot go through. Bruh, the desperation. Alright, I mean we don't need to make a stop, sure? So I think they're desperately searching for Awakening, hoping that we didn't draw a counterspell in time, which is a decent strategy. Honestly, I think this is probably their best bet, and it won't work because we actually are good at Magic, and we drew 2 counterspells. They might be trying to find stock up as well, or something like this to keep card advantage going, but I don't think any of this will work. And oh boy, we can actually start milling them soon. I don't need black mana. So do we go for Deadly Cover-Up? They can play Arcavios and get a good card. I'll be honest, I don't see the point. We can mill them very quickly. Like right now, Jace is absolute death sentence for them, and we have double counterspell with a dragon. Like, why would we tap out if they cannot kill us? If you go Deadly Cover-Up and they have like some shenanigans, they can actually win, for example, kill Jace with random Get Lost, or, you know, something like this. And suddenly you are at mercy of Shuffler trying to hit another Jace. If you have bad luck and don't draw it in 15 turns, maybe they can combo or something. And you know, when you play Standard, you kinda make assumption that every deck is super sideboarded against aggro decks. This is a good counter spell. I will go with Yorgo because this guy has no place. You could have Spell Pierce or Dispersal, but both of them cannot be cast if nothing is happening in the board. And that's how you smorg them. As you can see, this deck is absolutely hopeless against us. Alright, our opponent is going first and we have a ton of removal. Our opponent is high ranked, so I expect an aggro deck. Because that's how you get this rank. You just put those mountains and those mice into work. They're on the play, so they will probably win the game. So yeah. Hashtag gameplay. Alright. Enough salt, Sloth. This is just mono red in the same version as usually, at the top of the Mythic, on the play, with literally the best opening this deck has. I mean, nothing special to look here, you know? Or to see here. How do we do it? I think we have to anoint this. We have to anoint this. And we need to wait until they double strike something, because if we kill this now, they will double strike the mouse and Monstrous Rage it. On the bright side, we are not taking damage from Heartfire Hero. Now they should know we have removal, but I have a small hope that they will pump something, you know? Go for... No, this is high rank player. This guy actually should know how to play the... Please, don't prove me wrong! Yep, see? They know. This is the color of removing stuff. So they will Monstrous Rage this probably, prowess this. How much damage it is? Or is it? We definitely need to go for this, come on. Like, it's not like we have choices in this game. We just play the best removal every turn and we see who had the better draw. That's the Mythic gameplay for you. They will Monstrous Rage the mouse, I think, because it has double strike. They cannot double strike the Swift Spear on the next turn. Yep, as expected. Oh, they have double Monstrous Rage. This is a very good gamer. That's weird, they have a spell, they didn't cast it. We are tapped, I think they should cast basically everything they have. We go Verge. I can Behold the Dragon here. We will on the next turn, but let's see. Combat phase is super important, right? If they go... Okay, I know everything. So I can take 2 damage from the mouse only. Sorry, bro, I need to think. This is a pretty huge play. Do we want counters? Removal is better generally, because you can cast it after, you know, things resolve. So we definitely go for this. We do not Behold the Dragon. They cannot know. Double strike. This is an interesting choice. This kinda does the same damage, but Swift Spear I think is still better. Yeah, okay. This is better. We'll kill the Swift Spear. Also, didn't need to wait until they attack because they are tapped. I always laugh at this when my opponent does it, so, you know, I need to be fair, alright? Now I need to laugh at myself. Alright, so this is interesting. This basically doesn't deal damage unless they pump it. So we will try to wait for a pump. They know about the dragon, by the way. Yeah, against double strike you cannot play the dragon because they just pump it to 4 and kill your dragon for free. Bruh, they are a hard player, like they know how to not get baited into this. Is that the die effect that creates a dread? Yep. Turn Inside Out. I need to learn this name. I actually didn't think about it because I could cast Anoint with Affliction, but I was keeping it for, you know, what's the other card that you have, like, the mouse, right? I have to play the dragon. I think I have to kill this. This will be very hard, guys. We actually will fight for value against the aggro deck. This is a nice draw, to be honest. I will go with the dragon. With one card, they probably cannot pump it as easily. The problem is I will never be able to attack, because then I can die. Like, it's not like I will hit them 5 times before they will hit me for 8, right? By the way, you can hit your own Regent with Virtue and life gain, and then it doesn't die. Just a neat trick in some situations. I could try getting their creatures on the next turn, so I think we chill. Man, I would kill for Ugin right now. Oh no, this is a strong one. We can Behold the Dragon here. So that means they can only cast 1-drop here. Man, this is so lame. I think we have to go for this, for now at least. Because now we have a counter spell, so we can get rid of the first creature, hopefully. We don't have the Reef or anything, so... this could be I'll be honest, I kind of feel pressured into making this plays, because otherwise I know there will be comment, you could kill him in 5 turns, and this person will know that they didn't draw anything for 5 turns, so I'm like, yeah, if this happens, yeah, I will get this comment. Deadly Cover-Up is not something we care about right now. Jace is kinda good here. We could also play it on the next turn. I think we go for this because we have Virtue. They can give haste to everything, but we're at 8. Usually you are at 4 or something at this stage of the game and you are fighting for life, but here we have a bit of a wiggling room. And we can always not... Bro! Look at those top decks! I would die. Especially Manifold Mouse is devastating because it's 2-drop. That of course draws basically cards, because it's 2 for 1. We do not go for it. Playing against red is so hard because they have like a little bit of everything, honestly. And Demolition Field is not a bad draw. We can get rid of this, which means they don't have haste on all the lizards and stuff. Alright, I mean they're playing something. Shock, that's fine. I honestly prefer a Jace than my face, you know. It rhymes, so it must be true. Well, that... I wish I didn't do it. I wish I didn't. Alright guys, how do we do it? I think we'll go Virtue right now. And I risk 1 turn with no counter spell, because we will start killing them very quickly with this. Alright guys, this is the day, or the moment of truth. And they might have 2 burn spells. Alright. I'm happy. So if they play Shock, this is a good player. Oh my god, they actually top decked exactly the card. I didn't do it for 1 turn because this was the only punish. They instantly got it. Bro, don't tell me they have Monster... Oh my god, they have Monstrous Rage as well. I need to do it. This is the last card, Monstrous Rage. I'm still not dead, I believe. I'm super close to it. See, this is what happens when you tap for a single turn against this deck. This is ridiculous. I'm taking my cool dragon because my dragon is cooler than your bad creatures, alright? I want my Ugin. Please give me my Ugin. We definitely go for this. We will destroy this. Wow, that's some juicy 2 lands from the top. Thank you. Thank you for this. Oh my god, will I lose this? I might lose this. So if they play something, we just kill the village in response. So basically, if you do it now, you lower their chance of drawing a basic land because they take 1 from the library. See, and they drew it. If I Demolition Field it, they would not draw something else. I take credit for this play fully. So how can we kill the... Alright, I'm the aggro player right now. I think it's Nemesis because it should kill the fastest. We cannot pump creatures, so this actually is the fastest kill. Alright, now we can make the play. Oh my god. All of this to kill a mono-red player. Come on. I need Demolition Field. This is 2 mana and I get 1 back. So that means I have 4 mana, which means I can cast this. Our opponents, see, they have hope of winning this game. They're not leaving. And we kill them on the next turn, I believe. This will be 11. Yeah, we overkill by a lot. So this is the last turn they have. Last turn. If they burst... So their wincon was Burst Lightning from the top. They had 7 mana, so they could literally burn us to 0. So they could win this game if they draw better cards. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed Dimir. As you know, if you are watching this channel, I'm absolutely the biggest Dimir fan. I could be playing Dimir over and over, and I'll be honest, those new cards, especially this and this, those cards really changed the situation, because suddenly instead of Phantom Interference, but let's be honest, it's like, okay, counters, like you can use it because you don't have a choice, right? This is actually stronger than Normalize in a lot of situations. The only question is, can you behold enough dragons? With 7, the answer I would say is kinda yeah. Especially that, don't forget, this dragon shuffles itself with this Omen mechanic, right? So you keep drawing cards, and then you have more dragons and more cardo in the deck. One of the problems with having cardo in the deck is that, sure, you invest 4 slots. Okay, so you play 20 turns, you get 2 of them, okay, you got 4 extra cards. That's it. That's your card advantage. Like for a control deck, that's not too much. Usually you need to add more, right? But with this, you just keep having more and more and more cardo until the point where you can just keep trading cards and your opponent cannot do anything. I still included the Dragonstorm because I really wanted to test this card, and I'll be honest, it helps. Like the fact that you can early game just use it to basically, like if you hit Omniscience matchup, you don't need removal. If you hit aggro matchup, you don't need counterspells. So you kinda can get rid of the wrong cards and always try to keep hitting those lands so you don't get mana screwed, and I think that's super cool. So I still enjoy this card, but it can be very clunky. But it's uncommon. Test it, you will know. But honestly, this is probably my favorite card so far. Together, and for Dimir, definitely this counterspell. It really makes a difference because usually you felt like the worst control deck when you played against Azorius. Now we actually have the better counterspell. And yeah, we have good black dragon, so Azorius cannot replay this, right? I don't remember the white dragon, but it's probably bad. So yeah, and Ugin is a nice addition. I wasn't super sure about this one, but the reason I included this, live gain. I also wanted to go for the Black Dragonstorm that live gains too, but I thought we can just go Ugin in the same slot, and it's actually better, right? So you have seen how much it helps. It's only one because we don't really rely on this. Our main win con is still Jace, or just, you know, hitting them with dragons and reefs and other dragons, this kind of stuff, but we can either just kill them, go Jace, or just try to, you know, completely dominate the battlefield with Ugin. We don't play artifacts. If you don't like the Dragonstorm, you can put the Maze Mind Tomes, and that synergizes a little bit with Ugin. So yeah, and even though I think the Dimir just got way better, I don't think it will become like the meta deck. Like control decks, especially as clunky as Dimir, will still have troubles matching, you know, answers to what is going on in the board. If you miss turn 1 Behold, against mouse deck, you are probably dead. It's so hard to win, and Dimir doesn't have too much life gain. We only have Ugin that is a 7-drop. So it still has some issues, but I think with this expansion, Dimir got not only better, but also incredibly way more fun. Like I really had great time with this deck, and especially with Marang, you just played. You have seen like, in Omniscience game, right? We played this, and suddenly, basically we won the game. Because correct cards for Dimir control means winning the game usually. I still am not super convinced about the sweeper part of this. That's why I split it between Deadly Cover-Ups and Regents. Because there, if you want to kill, for example, a Sharded or like Demon, you need to invest 7-8 mana into sweeping the board with like Regent. So Deadly Cover-Up does a little bit better job, and it also can, you know, extract cards. So I kinda like splitting those, but we'll keep testing and we'll see. I think it's so far one of the most enjoyable. Personally, I think I like the most this one and the Jeskai Revelation, but you know, it's all about like having fun with control decks, alright? I have my style, those decks fit my style perfectly, and like I like huge big spells, you know, just to be flashy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and before we wrap up, huge thank you to all of our patrons that allow this magic to happen for all of us. So really thank you guys, you are awesome, and I couldn't thank you enough. And with that being said, see you guys tomorrow.